Hi, this is Trish. Nope. That's stupid. This is Trish Odessa. No, that's horrible too. My name is Trish Odessa. My name is Trish Odessa. Ugh, no. Ugh. I'm Trish Odessa, and this is me submitting my official application for the Bright Eyes project. Why do I want to go? Because this isn't working. Why isn't this working? This is stupid. Everything about this is stupid. I've already been at the Institute for years now. People have been watching my every mood, examining every single project and grade I've ever done for years. If I'm not ready for the final project, they know that by now. This whole thing where you talk into the camera and tell them why you want to join it's ridiculous. They should know by now. Shouldn't they? Isn't that kind of their job, to know their students? I hate this. I don't want to do this. I guess I'm just gonna keep complaining then. That works. Keeps me from doing the actual recording, which is stupid. I've been waiting for this ever since I joined the Institute. That's all you ever hear about outside. Everyone wants to be here, and you hear all these amazing stories, but no one tells you the details to anything. I'm not stupid. I want to know what that's about, but that probably isn't what you want to hear from me. I'm not going to tell you that the only reason I want to do this is so that I can know what's going on, or that I just want to be everyone else and be the best pilot in my class, or maybe even the history of the whole project. As cool as that would be. It's not true, though. That's not my actual answer. I don't know what my actual answer is. You know what? I'm gonna go through this and answer however I want before I make the official one. I don't care. I might as well get it out of my system. Let's see. Right. You had stupid questions for the stupid application. I think they're supposed to be fun or quirky or something. They're dumb, in case you were wondering, but I guess I'll answer them. Who knows? Maybe I'll find out something new about myself. Yay! Okay. What are your favorite hobbies? Eating and running, I guess, which sounds like a joke, but you know what? It's not. I like the jogs we have to take in gym. I like seeing how fast I can go or how long I can go before I fall over, all that. Everyone complains about running, but I think it's fun, and I would like to do it more if I could. There's too much sitting in this stupid institute. You're not stupid, sorry. Next question. What are your greatest strengths? Easy. I make my own decisions. I don't waste time on stupid things, and I'm good at running. Next. What are your greatest weaknesses? I don't like stupid things, and I'm perfect. Moving on. Oh look, here's the big one. This is great. Why do you think you are qualified to participate in this year's Bright Eyes project? That's a good question, isn't it? You're gonna make me answer this seriously. I don't know how to answer this seriously. I definitely don't know how to answer this in a way that's going to make you want to let me participate instead of going through another year of classes, or whatever you do if we don't get admitted. Maybe you just toss us out the airlock, who knows? I guess I'll find out soon when I fail, because I don't have an answer to the one legitimate question in this whole thing. Does being good at running count as something that makes me qualified? I gonna need that? Wow, I hope I'm not gonna need that, but who knows? I guess I'm awful at this. I just really want to do it, okay? Maybe it looks fun. That sounds like a stupid way of explaining things, but it's true, isn't it? Do you want me to be honest? It looks new and fun and serious. It looks so much better than all these pointless classes I'll never use. It's something I can actually do instead of sitting around all day looking at screens. It's somewhere I can do real life, even if you're watching the whole time. I'm learning all this stuff, but I don't know if I'll actually be able to do any of it. I'd like to find that out. I also like a good challenge. I need to know if I can do it. I still don't know why you made me a pilot, but I want to know how I'll do with a real ship, even a small one. It's gotta be different from using a simulation or something super closely supervised, where the computer can take over as soon as I make a mistake. I want to fly out there. I want to be in charge and know that I'm in charge no matter what happens, and that if I make a mistake, I'm gonna have to own it. You know, that means the entire crew is in my hands, and some of that crew is my friends and someone who could get hurt under my watch, but I'm ignoring that. That's definitely not gonna happen. I'll just do perfectly all the time. It's also possible that I like the idea of being in charge. Who knows? Is that a good enough answer? I don't know if that's what you want to hear. You probably want me to say, I want to change the world, you know? That I want to do something impactful and amazing. I could just be selfish, but that doesn't interest me as much. I don't even know if this is something I can do yet. I'd like to find that out before I go around saving people and making the galaxy a better place. This doesn't make any sense. This is the worst. The project starts in what, 3 months? 3 months and I'll either be out there in space, probably doing something stupid, or you won't let me in, and I'll still be here. No. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. If I don't make it in, I'll probably drop out. I'll go home to my family and find a job on a cargo ship cleaning out toilets or something. They say you have a second chance to get into the project if you fail the first time, but I've never known anyone who did that. Everyone I've heard of just left and went on to do something average. I mean, it's not like your chances at the Institute are going to be great if they know you weren't good enough the first time around. Basically, I have to get in. That's definitely what I should tell you. Please, I'm desperate. You have to let me in, because if I don't get to do this and graduate next year, I'm gonna be an embarrassment, and my entire family is gonna hate me, and I won't have any more friends, and Milo... This is stupid. There's no way I could tell Milo any of this. He's definitely gonna make it in, no problem. He's a genius. You'd be stupid not to admit him, and he knows it. He's not sitting here worrying about it. He wouldn't get it. Or he'd try to get it, and he'd try to be helpful. Ugh, that's the worst. I've got to get through this by myself, you know? I gotta show you that I can do it. Which I can. I absolutely can do it. You're not gonna like the real answer to any of this, are you? None of this is gonna get me in, and if I just send this, you'll probably expel me immediately for being pathetic. I wouldn't blame you at this point. I waited until the last minute to send this in, and it's my fault, but the deadline's in an hour. I've got to get this out, so I'm just gonna start over, delete this one, and say something smart. No big deal. This is fine. I've got this. Okay, here we go. I'm Trisha Dessa, and this is my official submission for entry into the Bright Eyes project. You want me to tell you why I deserve to be in this project, but truthfully, I'm very bad at that. Half the time, I don't know what I want, and when I do, it's usually not all the way thought out, which sounds like a bad selling point, I know, but just give me a minute. You've studied me for a long time. You've seen my reports, so when you ask for my hobbies, you know that I'm not very original or creative, and I spend a lot of my time talking to other people instead of, doing fun things. You know that I usually nap when I have free time, and I don't end up doing half the extracurriculars I was planning on in the first place. I wish I had something to do that was me, but I don't know. Mostly I like competing, I guess, and playing dumb pranks on friends. When you want to know my strengths, you know those too, don't you? And honestly, I kind of wish you'd tell me those. I think I'm good at getting things done and problem solving. I know I'm great at telling people what to do even when they don't ask for my opinion. Maybe those are all helpful things. I don't know, that's all I've got. I know you know, I have lots of weaknesses. You've probably talked to me about all of them at some point or another. Like the time you caught me sneaking into the ship simulations one night. Because I wanted to practice. It looked bad, but really I just wanted to prove I could get a higher score than Jude because he was being annoying about it and I had to prove him wrong. So, you know. You've also talked to me about the reckless thing. I know I keep screwing up exercises, it's just that the textbook solution always seems so dumb to me, and I want to see if there's a faster way. There's a faster way through most things, just in case you were wondering. I don't know if I deserve to be in this project or not. You're the ones who are supposed to be telling me. But I have some good ideas, and I've worked hard for this. I guess this is just gonna have to work. That's all I have to say.
This is completely unnecessary. This is really just... never mind. My name is Milo Nielsen, and I'd like to thank you for this stellar opportunity.
Oh no.
You know, Jude, you can just shut up. You already know why I want to be here, and you already know why I deserve to be here. And you definitely already know that I'm going to enter the project. So, what's the point of all this? What's the point of the application? It's illogical. It doesn't make sense. It's completely superficial, and it's wasting my time. If you listen to it, it'll just be so you can discard it anyway. It doesn't mean anything. If I just send this to you, you deserve it. What are you going to do? Kick me out? There are better things we could all be doing with our time. There are definitely better things I could be doing with my time. We're on the verge of something huge, something critical. We're on the edge of everything, and you want me to pretend like we aren't? Fill out some juvenile application? You're the juvenile ones here. It's all right. I can play games too. My name is Milo James Nielsen, and this is my official entry for participation in this year's Bright Eyes project, as a captain and a student graduating with honors. You want to know why I think I deserve to participate in this final project? But that's not fair, if I'm allowed to say that kind of thing. You know exactly why I deserve it. Since enrolling, I've completed nothing but stellar work. All my assignments have been on time, and I have top grades on all of them, with a few exceptions, as you know. The last test I took was finished in record time, with my entire team and ship intact. You can't find a single thing wrong with me, which is why you write me up for being distracted and impertinent, knowing full well I'm none of those things. I don't have to repeat any of this, but I'm telling you anyway, so that we're all very clear on what we know is happening. I'm going to be let into the project, and you're not going to keep me out of it. Now, I won't discuss any more of my successes. You don't need a refresher. You have it all in front of you right now, don't you? So I won't tell you about my behavior, or my family, or the money that my parents poured into this, or the fact that if I graduate through the project, I'm going to end up on half of your ads and posters. Those things are irrelevant. You're going to let me through because I know, and because you know that I know, and because you don't have any other choice. Just so that we're clear before I keep going. You could have done something before now. You could have punished me in some way, which I mean, you've tried, but it was half-hearted at best, and we all know it. Which means that you need me for something. Which means I'm valuable to you. Me and Maddie and June and Trish. Everyone here. There's a reason for everything you do, and even if that reason is a bad one, I can't say it's illogical. Everything has a pattern to it. Fortunately for me, I'm great at loopholes too. Sorry about that. And since we're all doing stupid things right now, I'll answer some questions for you. Honestly, because someone has to do that. What are your hobbies? Traveling, reading sometimes. What is your greatest strengths? I have a fantastic memory. People listen to me, and I'm excellent at managing people. I don't tolerate ridiculousness. I'm an artist, a decent one, I think. Anything else helpful there? I'm sure you can find a way to use all of that for anything you wanted. Weaknesses. I don't like to do what I'm told. I have people that I care about. Sometimes people think I'm cold. You're probably right. I see everything as a list of problems to be solved and machines to be fixed. Also, I'm a liability for you. You've undoubtedly weighed those risks by now. So we've got this final thing right, where you ask me why I think I deserve to be here. But I think I've answered that already. I could also give you the life story on why I want to be here. But a lot of that's a story for another time, or something you already know. But you know what? I've got to fill up this minimum time somehow. I didn't know anything when I got here. I was confused, and my parents shuffled me onto you because it was a good school and somewhere I'd belong, and, well, because they didn't want to have to deal with me. The Institute is famous for swallowing up kids whole and spitting them back out into society when they're grown up and no one else's responsibility. I think they thought I would come out as some kind of prodigy and make them even richer, add a little more status to the family name. I don't know, maybe they were right, but it's just as likely I could turn out to be some loser with no focus and a lot of art to show for it. The whole painting thing doesn't exactly win you any grades or friends. You can't exactly paint in space either. Not like I've tried or anything. I didn't try to be a captain. Sometimes I still doubt the line of thinking behind that decision. All the telling people what to do in the world is difficult when you don't really feel like doing it. I'd rather spend my time in some corner of the ship somewhere, working by myself. Managing an entire crew is like working with puzzle pieces. Only the puzzle pieces are constantly moving around and bending out of shape. So you've got to bend them back into the way that they're supposed to be and hold them together all at once. It's just a mess. I'd rather work on one little piece and let someone else control the whole thing. There are people who are better at that. But for some reason, you picked me. I guess it doesn't not make sense, especially if you need specific people for specific things. How does that process work? Are you always scanning us, ranking the odds? Are you running probabilities and numbers? Or are you going off of instinct? How much work goes into this? You have an entire machine here, and it runs without a hiccup. That takes dedication. You're working your own moving puzzle. Though the problem in this machine is that you aren't working with pieces. You're working with something sentient. So you have a little flaw in your machine there. You have a little bit of resistance working against you. Putting the pieces in order only works if the pieces can't see the whole picture and where you want them to be. Once you start to lose cooperation, well, then you've got chaos. And that's a lot harder to put into place. Obviously, the easy thing to do is get rid of the chaos, but things start to go really wrong when you start to lose pieces. You know what? This metaphor's the worst. This is getting a little ridiculous. I'm saying it and I don't even like how long this is taking. Forget it. Point is, you're screwed. And I'm exactly where I want to be. So, yeah, I don't really know how to top that. Just do whatever you want with this.
On the edge of our dream, little hopes and little things, but now I've disappeared. I've lost my way, but I know you, and you'll find me.
Bright Eyes is written and produced by Amy Meester. Find her on Twitter at @TheAmyMeester. The voice of Trish Odessa is Sydney Fontaine. Find her on Twitter at Sydney Fontaine. The voice of Milo Nielsen is Wyatt Hammond. You can find him on Twitter at StoneGrump14. The voice of Jude Brogan is Cyrus Fontaine. You can find him on Twitter at Cyrus Fontaine. Original score and sound design also by Cyrus Fontaine. To hear his music as well as original Bright Eyes pieces, go to cyrusfontaine.bandcamp.com. This episode features tracks by guest composer Joshua C. Forrest. You can find him on Twitter at Joshua C. Forrest. You can find more of his work as well as other great creative content at his website, joshuacforrest.com.